No, baby, that's for somebody else. We're just gonna keep you right where you at right now.
It doesn't matter what you think.
The Wrestling Realm presents Break It Down with Brian H.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this episode of Break It Down with Brian H. Keeping It 100. I'm your host, Brian H. Waters. This show, of course, is brought to you by the Wrestling Realm. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Just got finished doing a millennial media maven show with my crew, Ashley Baker, Renee Washington, Kelsey Nicole Nelson, and Brandon Williams. We was talking Super Bowl, but some news happened in the wrestling world. So you know what I said? I got to get on real quick before I go to sleep and talk about this, folks. Edge. He's going to he's won the Royal Rumble, but he's going to NXT this Wednesday. So he tweeted, as you may have seen a little bit on the opening graphic, and I'll go ahead and post that for you. He tweeted, in Orlando to visit my wife. Then I had a thought. WWE NXT needs to get rated R. Now, you know, for those who say, aren't they in Florida? The Thunderdome, I believe, is in Tampa Bay. NXT is in Orlando, about an hour away, right? And NXT with them tweets that Edge is headed to NXT tomorrow night. What will the rated R superstar have in store for us? So I thought about this, and I said, you know what? This actually makes sense. What if Edge challenges Finn Balor at WrestleMania? Now, people saying that's a stretch. Why would he do that? NXT is below him, etc., right? Last year, Charlotte challenged Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's Championship. She would go on to win. Now, we all found out later Rhea Ripley had went back to England. I believe it was some, excuse me, not England. She went back overseas, I want to say Australia, because there was some work visa issues. Now, I don't think that's the case with Finn Balor, but think about this, right? NXT is on USA. What better way to elevate that brand to get the ratings up, if you know, than to put Edge on there? Something simple. We never seen this before. And Edge is a top guy. He is one of the golden boys, no matter which way you want to look at it. Over the past 20 years, you look at legends, right? If you had to do, say, top 20 WWE guys, Edge is on that list, maybe even top 10. So I'm thinking, why not send him to NXT real quick? Yeah, you're going to create some buzz, but also he could go over there, and here's an opportunity if he decides to face him. Now, we don't know who he's going to face at the moment, right? He was on Raw, and maybe this could be what he's doing the tour. He went on Raw. He talked to Drew McIntyre. He told him, you know, pretty much, you being soft. He said, you being a nice, you know, yeah, I'm your mentor, but you should have Claymore kicked me when I got in this ring. He could be going to SmackDown, the NXT, just to maybe shake things up, put them on notice. Then he could also go to SmackDown, go face-to-face with Roman Reigns. Now, I've heard lots of conversations. I've been, you know, checking out different videos. I was watching my boys, the Wrestling Marks Excellence. Shout out to Glenn, Corey, and Champ Creed. I was in clubhouse rooms. I've seen it all. I've seen so many different scenarios. I've heard maybe Edge will face Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, because that's what Drew needs. Then I've heard maybe Edge faces Roman Reigns. This is money matchup. You know, Edge was on SmackDown. Remember I said before too, Edge, this is the, you know, the SmackDown was once his house. Maybe he's going back to reclaim it. Now, seeing Finn Balor in the mix, I'm thinking, I know one thing, I'm going to be turned to it. I'm going to be tuned in. Because what if he does challenge Finn? Maybe Finn Balor is somebody he wanted to work with. I clearly think the title is around the right person's waist in NXT. Unless you give it to Pete Dunne. That's a different story. But I'm sitting here, I'm like, you know, this isn't that far stretched. People may think it's crazy, but you imagine if Edge goes there and wins the championship and he goes down there and elevates those guys. He adds even more credibility to that NXT championship. I believe Charlotte did in a sense, and no matter which way you look at it, Io Shirai taking the belt from her, that's a big deal. So or maybe he comes up short against Finn Balor, but gives Finn Balor that major win. Finn Balor was on Raw. Matter of fact, he was Universal Champion. He's the first Universal Champion. He's Intercontinental Champion, I believe, as well. He went back down to NXT. Yeah, he added to the brand. So we'll see. Y'all let me know. What do y'all think? Can Edge go to NXT and challenge Finn Balor? Will he, I should say. Will Edge go to NXT and challenge Finn Balor for the championship? Or is this just a dream? Is this just a wishful thinking? Is he just going there to visit his wife? Only time will tell. I can't wait for NXT as I record this on Tuesday night, about a couple hours after I found out. So if you haven't done so yet, hit the subscribe button. Let me go ahead and throw that ticker up there for you so you know where to find us. Hit the subscribe button. Like us on Facebook. Make sure you follow us at Wrestling Realm on Instagram and Twitter if you haven't done so. Shout out to people. Shout out to the real Emmett B 32 on Twitter. He told me how much he liked the podcast. Just randomly tweeted, that he really enjoys it. So I just wanted to send my shout outs and let you know I highly appreciate it. Till the next time, folks, I'm Brian H. Waters. So long, everybody.